presidency of the United States, a moral authority that this country has taken generations to build, that helps us bring a light to the world and helps us economically in every other way, as the world has always looked up to America and our ideals. But unfortunately, that moral authority is declining under President Trump's leadership, and declining rapidly. It may have reached a low point yesterday when President Trump, in tweet after tweet after tweet, offered a very poor representation of the United States to the world. More than that, President Trump's foreign policy by tweet is doing serious damage to the country. Where we have serious issues to address abroad, President Trump seems happy with macho boasts and belligerent threats that get us nowhere. If any one of us were in a classroom with someone who behaved like President Trump has, we'd ostracize them. We'd straighten them out. We don't hear a peep from the vast majority of our Republican colleagues about this, so many of whom are hawks. We have serious issues to address abroad. President Trump's foreign policy by tweet will not advance our standing in the world. It will not reassure our allies or other nations that it's better to work with us than against us. What it will do, what it's already done, unfortunately, is unsettle our allies and embolden our adversaries. What it will do is cede leadership in the world to China, which is eagerly awaiting for every opportunity to drive a wedge between our country and other countries around the world. Without a steady and reliable hand at the helm, our allies may be uncertain that they can continue to trust the United States to honor our commitments and maintain a steady course. China and Russia are rushing to fill the void left by an unsteady United States. President Xi of China aspired to the position of being the world's leader in his New Year's speech, where he said that China, not the United States, would be, quote, the keeper of the international order in 2018. If President Trump continues snubbing our allies, recklessly threatening other nations, and showing leadership on the world stage that can only be described as puerile, the world may look to Beijing, not Washington, for international leadership. And again, I repeat, where are our friends, the Republican hawks, who have been so concerned about America's leadership in the world, who decried the fact that President Obama had not done enough for that leadership? My dear friend, if he were here, Senator John McCain, would typically stand up and speak about this. And hopefully he'll be back soon to do so. But for the rest of my Republican friends, I would say this in sincerity and not with partisanship, but out of love of the country and the leadership we've shown for decades and decades. They should please, our Republican friends, tell the president, stop tweeting, start leading. We're almost through a calendar year of the Trump presidency. President Trump can no longer be given the benefit of the doubt that comes with learning one of the toughest jobs in the world. And my Republican colleagues should not be given a pass by the American people if they fail to speak out or take action against this behavior. Their silence, unfortunately, but I have to say it, I feel it sincerely, is complicity in the degradation of the presidency and the power of this country. The American people expect our president to represent the United States